What's up, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. Today I'm going to take you guys through a chest and biceps workout that I completed today. It was a high intensity training session, so it lasted a good about 30 minutes. It was very intense. The focus is to have like slow and controlled movements to make sure that you're focused on muscle stimulation rather than momentum, and just really getting the muscle to work till failure. A couple warm-up sets and then one all-out set to failure is how I performed every exercise. So I'll show you guys how I did it. I started off with a chest fly warm-up. In your warm-up sets, you really want to make sure to get that deep stretch at the bottom. So right there, you can see it's a nice stretch. You don't want to be hard on the tendons either though, so you want to make sure it's slow and controlled. Don't use momentum because it's an outside force. Make sure that your muscle's actually working. For my second warm-up set, I did 20 pounds here, which was close to about 50% of my working weight. So I'm just building up, getting my body used to the motions. Also before this, I stretched for about 5-10 minutes. I did some stretches, some static stretches and some dynamic stretches to get the blood flowing and to get the muscles ready to train. All right, so at this point, we're all warmed up. We're gonna go ahead and go into the one working set, all out set to failure. Right here, we're going 35 pounds. Pick a weight for your working set that you can do about 8 to 12 reps with. Once I reach 12 reps, that threshold, I go up in weight. But you just want to make sure that you're able to nicely and slowly control the weight and explode on the way back up. But I just take about 2-3 seconds to get the weight down, really feel that stretch, and then push it back up and really control it. You don't have to ego lift. You don't have to throw the weight around and manipulate the weight to make it seem like you're lifting heavier than you can. Just pick something that's comfortable for you and that the muscle works in, and you will get stronger and you will progress. You'll get to those weights. Just take your time and be yourself where you're at. So we went ahead and moved on to barbell curls as the first bicep exercise. For this, I just did a warm-up set with 45 pounds, getting the blood pumped into the biceps, getting the stretch down for the movement. You really want to get that mind-muscle connection down to optimize your results. Focus is key, so just make sure that you're focused, and every exercise you treat it like a mission. You go in and you just put your all into it. Make sure you get good sleep before, you eat properly, and warm up very well before your training session. For the warm-up set here, this was the second one. We did 65 pounds. I think I did this one for about 6 reps, and it's just further progression of the preparation for the all-out working set to failure. So this is really just getting the muscles ready and adding also a little extra stimulation to the overall work that the muscle's gonna get. All right, the biceps at this point are all warmed up. They're ready to go. We got it reps in that were nice, slow, and controlled. And we're gonna go ahead and do our working set of 80 pounds. My last exercise, I did 75 pounds. And the exercise before that, I did 70. So I've been continuously progressing week by week. This training method, it works. Just take your time, go hard, and just push yourself to failure. Squeeze everything you can out of a workout. Don't leave anything on the table. Give it your all, because you never know how far you can go if you only give 60, 70%. Put in all the effort that you have. Feeling pretty good after that. That was failure, so we're going to go ahead and move to incline dumbbell flies. I usually don't do the dumbbell flies and the incline dumbbell flies, but I'm giving my collarbone a little bit of a break. Last week I pushed myself a little bit too hard. I went past failure and really was working hard, so I was a little sore there. So I'm just trying the fly movements out a little bit just to give it a little bit of a break and still be able to build strength. If you have an injury, you don't have to keep working it. You don't have to push past it and think that you're going to muscle through it. Respect your body and just give it time to recover. That way you can be safe in the long run. It's better to take a few weeks off and let your body to recover than push really hard and, be out for months on injury. All right, so I went ahead and got into my working set for my incline dumbbell flies, 30 pounds here. And like I said, always just nice and controlled, making sure that I focus on the contraction and really stimulate the muscle as much as I can. Getting a deep stretch there at the bottom and just slowly bringing it up. The time under tension is really important. The more tension that your muscle receives, the more stimulus and the more reason that it has to grow. The more it's going to break down and the more you're going to end up recovering, the more strength you're going to build and the more you're going to progress. Don't be scared to really take your time when you're doing your reps. Just because you see a lot of people in the gym who are just swinging weights around and they look like they can lift really heavy. I'm telling you, if I was moving these weights really fast, how a lot of people do, and they use momentum, I'd be lifting a lot more. I'd be moving a lot more weight, but it's pointless. It's much better to go slow and controlled and really put the pressure on your muscle. So after failure there, we went ahead and moved to the next bicep exercise, which is going to be dumbbell preacher curls. I'm only going to do one warm-up set here because they're still pretty warmed up and activated from the barbell curls that we did. So I'm just going to get one warm-up set just to get the motion back and the blood back into the biceps and just get ready to go out and go hard again. So we're going to isolate each arm here. That way we can really get the focus in each bicep and just put a lot of tension on each muscle. So for our working set here, we're going to go ahead and do 30 pounds. Just really lower it, nice and controlled. Squeeze that bicep at the top. And this is how you're going to get your biceps to grow and get stronger. Fill them up and just work them really hard. I'm getting close to failure here, so I'm just making sure that I really just go all out and push really hard to squeeze everything I can out. That was failure. I had no more reps in me, so I'm just going to take a short break and go ahead and get ready to do the next set. And that's failure right there. So we got the maximum muscle stimulation there. So I feel pretty good, and that'll conclude the workout. I hit all the major points with multiple sets. I trained it till failure, so I know I'm going to grow and get stronger. I'm looking full and really muscular. I feel really good after that workout. The total was about 30 minutes. And, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to train for hours and hours on end to build a nice physique. You can build a really exceptional physique by just getting in there, going really hard and hitting the major points. Don't go in there and just BS or play around. Get in there and do what has to be done and get out. Half of the part of building muscle is resting and recovering. So it's about getting in there, stimulating the muscle. You don't want to destroy it. Stimulate the muscle and get out the gym so you can grow.